Hi, I just wanted to encourage you this morning. A month ago, we dropped one of our sons, one of our twins, off to in Arkansas. We're in Michigan. We drove down there, moved him into the University of Arkansas in Fayetteville, and left. And it was really hard. And I remember every fall just kind of feeling sad for moms who had to leave their kids in college. And then I got to experience it. And none of our kids, he's the first one that's moved away out of state, and let alone 12 hours away. It's a long way. So we left him on the 23rd of August. And Labor Day weekend was the following week. And he called us on Friday and he said, "Hey, I want to come home for the weekend because it's Friday off and Monday off. It's a long weekend." Of course, my mama heart was looking up every which way, planes, trains, automobiles. I mean, I was really looking for all options and how to get him here reasonably. And my husband said, "No, he needs to stay." And so I relayed that to him. I just said, you just need to stay. Some things happened the next day that were just hard for him. I know he's an amazing kid. He'll find a group. He's just so easy to get along with, and it's just a matter of time. So Saturday, I just felt tender towards him and towards just what he's going through, and just, Lord, help him. And Sunday morning, I woke up and I just had this sense of peace, and I texted him. And I just said, when others go to school, to college, to find themselves in the world and in partying and whatever, I think you're gonna come here and you're gonna find yourself in Jesus. And I just am excited for you and for what is before you. And I just had a sense of peace. And so I texted him that on Sunday morning. And then a couple hours later, he texted me and he said, "Mom, I went to church. There was this kid who had invited him, who he actually met the day before he moved in. And he was just, Luke said he was a really neat kid. And he invited him to church. And he said, I went to church and I rededicated my life to Christ. And I'm getting baptized next week." And of course, my husband was out biking because we go to church on Saturday night. And my husband was out biking. I texted him. He's like stopped on the side of the road crying, so thankful. I mean, the verse, "I have no greater joy than to see my children walking with the Lord," is true. And as a mom, I mean, you put one foot in front of another. Half the time you think you're messing up everything, and God just has something. He's faithful. He's faithful beyond what our efforts. Thank the Lord. He said, they asked, so of course we called him, and he said, they asked me if I want to do it this week or next week. And he said, I said next week because my mom's coming. And as God would have it, I had planned to come for Parents Weekend with a friend whose son is also there. And so I had a flight to go there next weekend. And I moved the flight so I could be there for the baptism. And I got there the next week, and the morning of his baptism, I was in my Airbnb. My friend had left that morning early. I was driving there. I was just so weepy. I texted my husband. I just said, I'm so weepy. Just pray for me because I don't want to just be all blah at church. And he said, why are you feeling that? And I just said, I think the privilege of being at my son's baptism in Arkansas, all of the things aligning, all of the fact that I could be there, and everything, the fact that for his whole life, I
just sent up these prayers, and half in exhaustion, half in desperation, half in just I know I should, so Lord bless them, Lord help them. And then you see the fruit. And it's just such a privilege, because God can take broken people, broken moms, broken children, anything, and he can make something beautiful. And so, and the fact that I got to be there, like, I homeschooled, so every day I was there showing up, and my husband showed up in amazing ways that are unique to him, and he poured in. I'm sorry for the snotting. But we're moms, so, whatever. And so he showed up in ways that only men can, and that are amazing, and he spoke wisdom into my kids. But for me, the fact that I got to be there when I watched him go into the water and come up was such a privilege. And I just felt like God was saying to me, I saw all those years of pouring in. I see all the work that you have put into them, and all the effort, and I just want you to know I'm a good dad. I just, for you moms that are, maybe you're dealing with little tiny kids, and you're just feeling like, what is the point of what I'm doing? There is a point. There is a point. There is a beautiful, beautiful story that is being written, and believe it. And right now, I'm literally at my parents' cottage. I'm spending the day just writing, and I've been writing stuff about how do you live in the fullness of what God has for you, so you can raise children who live in the fullness of what God has for them. And it's so beautiful. Stay tuned for that, but don't give up. Don't give up. Don't think that the things that you're doing are not beneficial and beautiful, and that they will produce fruit. Even the mess ups produce fruit. I remember the Lord being like, your kids are going to learn stuff through you saying you're sorry. They're going to learn that it's okay to say you're sorry. It's okay to mess up. Parents don't have to be that perfect thing that kids always like, oh, I'm never going to achieve what mom and dad are. They're perfect, right? No one is. No one's perfect. Here's the balloon that's just burst. No one's perfect. All the social media stuff you see, everyone's just posting their best thing. Everyone has things they're dealing with at different seasons in their life. So don't give up. You mama who is pouring into your kids today, who woke up this morning feeling like, I don't got it. You do. God has it. He is the way maker. He is the one that can take whatever you give and make it beautiful. I'm a testimony to that. It's what gets me to write. It's because I know that if he can take me, if he can use me, that he can use anyone. So, lots of tears, lots of snot, but you know what? It's real, and God is real, and he sees you, and he loves you, and he is like, I am so excited to partner with you. Just tell me you want it, and I will do amazing things. So that's your encouragement today. From one mom to another, just keep going. Seek the Lord. I say this, your greatest dreams are on the other side of surrender. That is true. Doesn't mean it's a perfect life, but it is beautiful.